This was a good episode. The most interesting part was seeing Wheel's flashback to when he was a cop. He didn't have a search warrant, but he went into the bar anyway, and then after a lot of mishaps, he got fired. With that flashback, it could give a good significant tribute to why he's always angry. I mean, we all get angry at certain things, but maybe his flashback and that event that happened, it could explain why he gets really, really angry, along with Min Kyung being the other reason as well. And just seeing Wheel and Min Kyung just get angry at each other for the most ridiculous reasons is just so funny, and I'm afraid that this might get old pretty quick. The thing is, we're only on episode 2. It's not old for now, but I have a feeling it could be. I don't know what they would add to have this unique relationship become fresh in every episode. I mean, the whole concept of it is for these two to always get angry at each other. And I like the concept, but again, I have a feeling that it's going to get old pretty quick, and I don't want it to. So at the beginning of the episode, Wheel and Min Kyung are at the police station. Wheel is explaining everything that happened, including what she did and what time. And Wheel actually brought up criminal act codes. And I'm thinking, wait, am I watching law school? Because he really knows the codes. And then for Min Kyung, she was trying to explain that, oh, this guy is a sex offender. This guy is a criminal. She even put up a picture and tried to explain, that's him, that's him. And then he even like slick his hair back. Is that me? Is that me? And while these two are just going at it, at each other, the cop is like, oh God, these two just like that scene alone, I felt bad for the cop. And then at one point, Min Kyung was like, oh, he has an ankle monitor, so this guy must be a criminal. And then Wheel was like, I got this from the bathhouse. This is not an ankle monitor. And again, the most ridiculous things to get angry at, and it was just so hilarious. But then later on we find out that Wheel is a former detective who got fired, but we don't know the reason until later on when Wheel explains this whole thing towards his therapist. And then we fast forward after Wheel and Min Kyung have their shenanigans. So when Wheel was explaining that day, it was a flashback of him, two other cops. They were trying to track someone down. Wheel got a call from his boss saying, we don't have a search warrant. There's nothing we can do. Come back to the station. But Wheel neglected his orders and just went at it. Went to the bar, searched everywhere. His boys searched everywhere too. There was a bartender who was acting very suspicious. Wheel chased after him. Then there were two goons. They beat him. And then Wheel, he stayed back to look for evidence while the two other cops went to go chase after, I think, the bartender. And then as Wheel was trying to search for evidence, I think he found drugs. But then some guy with a bottle smashed it onto Wheel's head. And then Wheel kind of got knocked out. We heard that little high-pitched sound. And then Ujin, one of the cops, tried to take the guy down, but then he got stabbed. And then Wheel, he got triggered. He just went at it nonstop, assaulting the guy who assaulted him, but also hurt Ujin. And then because of his behavior, the other cops kind of saw it as a bad behavior. Even when he got interrogated, they kind of didn't really listen to him. Like, he was there to do his job. But when they were interrogating him, they kind of just saw this as a misdemeanor. They kind of saw Wheel as the criminal, because after that he got charged with assault, drinking on the job, bad behavior, even though he didn't do the majority of those things. Yeah, with the assault, I mean, he was trying to get back at the guy who stabbed his teammate, but again, too excessive. And then with the whole drinking on the job, I'm like, he didn't drink at all. I mean, it didn't make any sense. So here's my thing. This drama is majority comedy with some romance, but I think there's some detective mystery into this one. Because why would those cops interrogating Wheel and saw this whole thing of him being a bad detective, neglecting his orders. He was drinking on the job and all of that, which doesn't make any sense. So I think there is some mystery into this. And then after explaining the story to his therapist was like, okay, so we know why you're angry, but now you need to avoid the things that make you angry. Avoid the things that trigger that extreme anger. And I was thinking, Min Kyung. The moment I said that in my head, Min Kyung was in the waiting room. Wheel was trying to avoid her, and he was doing that the majority of the last part of the episode. Every time she was around, he just turned around, went the other way. Even when leaving his own apartment, he would just go one way, turn around, go the other way, which was so hilarious. And then we get to the last scene at the park. The episode ended with these two being angry at each other. Here's the thing. Wheel, he just went to the park to eat his McDonald's that he just bought. He wasn't doing anything else, just eating his meal. Min Kyung comes in with her dog, and then an angerman just starts. I'm like, how did we get to that? How did we get to him just eating McDonald's, to being called a crazy jerk, to a fight and an argument? How did we get to that point already? Again, this is like one of the most ridiculous dramas I have ever seen, and I love it. I love that it's so ridiculous. I love that an argument between both main leads can start just like that. Well, just like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, there is Sooyeon, but she only had like one scene. She had like maybe 2 lines. She was reporting to that one cop earlier in the episode where some random guy was following her and then flashed her and whatnot. And then she also found out that Wheel is a detective. Well, was one. And that was it. She only had that one scene. I kind of think in the next episode, probably in the park. Well, it's nighttime. They're at the park arguing at each other. So Sooyeon could probably end her shift around that time and then meet him at the park. Yeah, it's a possibility. And then could ask him for help to find the guy who followed her and flashed her, so that guy can be sent to jail. Oh, there we go. It's a good guess for the next episode. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review. If there's anything I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. I think I got everything, but if not, again, leave it in the comments below. I'm really enjoying this drama. There's really no boring part. Every part is just so funny. Every part is just ridiculous in a very comedic way, and I love this drama already. Tell me in the comments that if you guys like this drama too, because I'm enjoying every second of it. So anyway, if you guys like this review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.